Disaster and its management. What is a disaster? Man made disasters, natural disasters, disaster management, preventive measures for natural disasters. A flood is shown in the picture. People face many difficulties during floods. Government agencies come forward to help people during disasters, such as floods. People also help each other during these times. Let us understand more about disasters and their management. What is a disaster? Disaster is an event that occurs suddenly and causes harm. Disaster can lead to heavy loss and damage of property, loss of natural vegetation, animal, and human life. Based on the nature of their occurrence, disasters can be natural or man made disasters. Types of disasters: natural disasters and man made disasters. Natural disasters. Natural disasters are events caused by forces of nature and are outside the control of humans. They may result in injuries, loss of life, and damage to property. Earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions, landslides, etc., are examples of natural disasters. Let us understand some natural disasters and their effects. Earthquake. The sudden movement or shaking of the earth's crust is called an earthquake. The earth's crust is the outermost layer of the earth on which we live. Earthquakes usually occur at a deep point deep underground known as the focus. From the focus, shock waves spread in all directions and move towards the surface. These seismic waves cause the vibrations that people feel during an earthquake. The point on the Earth's surface where the effects of a sudden movement earthquake are felt most strongly is called epicenter. Epicenter. The greatest damage from an earthquake usually happens closest to the epicenter. Severe earthquakes can cause a lot of damage in a very short period of time. Earthquakes lead to ground rupture and damage to property and roads. They can also cause landslides and tsunamis. Myth: new and well built buildings cannot collapse during an earthquake. But the fact is, even well constructed buildings can collapse during strong earthquakes if they are not designed to withstand earthquakes. Effects of earthquakes: ground rupture, damage to property, damage to roads. Think and tell this question answer. Why do people tell to run to an open area in case of an earthquake? What is tsunamis? Tsunami is a Japanese word where su means harbor and nami means wave. Tsunamis are a series of large ocean waves caused by underwater disturbances such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, or meteorite impacts. These waves can travel the entire length of oceans and reach coastal areas. Tsunami waves can travel at speeds of 800 km per hour in the open ocean, which is the same as the speed of a jet plane. Tsunamis cause significant destruction of life and property. They erode the vegetation, soil, and sand around the coastal area. Fresh water and salt water gets mixed during tsunamis, which destroys crops, makes the soil less fertile, and contaminates fresh water sources. What is landslides? When huge masses of soil, rocks, and other debris roll down the slope of a hill with great speed, it is called a landslide. Excessive mining, heavy rainfall, cloud burst, earthquakes, and construction activities may cause landslides. Landslides block roads and affect travel and communication. They lead to a loss of vegetation, forest areas, property, and life. What is droughts? A drought is a long dry period when there is not enough water to meet people's needs. During a drought, it either does not rain sufficiently or it does not rain for a long period of time. Droughts lead to a reduction in water levels in water bodies such as lakes and reservoirs. As the sources of surface water and groundwater dry up, crops do not grow. Droughts can lead to famines, where there is a widespread shortage of food and water. Many people migrate to different areas due to droughts. Floods. A flood happens when a river overflows its banks. Floods usually occur Floods usually occur when there is a heavy rainfall or when the snow from the mountain to top melts. Flood water carries a lot of germs. These germs can cause waterborne diseases like typhoid and diarrhea. Floods can also damage roads, bridges, buildings, railways, and lead to loss of life. There is often a shortage of food, medicines, and clean water after floods. Thank you so much.